Y'all, do. We're inviting the homie. Harold be in later on midstream. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and we'll be right back. Oh, hey, did you ever keep those subs? Those kickers you had shipped to my house? Yeah, my bad. Killer, what'd you ever do with those subs? You don't remember buying a set of 12s and having them shipped to my house? How'd you end up working in that fraud capacitor into the equation? No, I'm not talking about the. I can almost guarantee I remember what I did, and I can almost guarantee I know exactly what went wrong. At the time, I didn't see it. But as I sit here and think about this, I should have ran all the stuff to the fraud capacitor, then to the amp, and had a separate line running to the battery. Okay, so the wires that were given to me were backwards. Okay, so that's why I kept looking at the fucking wiring. And when dog, okay. Now, when I showed you and it blew the fuse, and Brandon, when I brought out fucking the thing and I'm looking at the diagram to make sure all the wiring's right, I remember him making a statement. He was like, why is he looking at the wiring if he knows what he's talking about? That was after we blew, Brandon, that was after we blew the first fuse. Me. I was looking at the wiring of the subs. Because something was not right, because as soon as that fucking fuse blew, I knew something was wrong. I just couldn't figure it out. Come to find out, the power cable was the ground cable. So when I hooked the ground to the ground and the power to the power, I technically opened the circuit. No, I closed it, which caused the fuse to blow. Well, if the patch cords were ran and the power cords were ran incorrectly, that's a whole different ball game. That means whoever installed those put them in backwards. But if it was the internals of the amp, that's a whole different ball game. But if you guys just literally pulled the power cord and the ground cord and swapped them and then plugged them in, that means the back of your amp should have a red cord on the ground side and a black cord on the power side. Otherwise, you fully completed fixing your wiring and it's proper from the get-go. So, you remember the doubt you had on your face and what the doubt and feeling you had on me when that didn't work? I don't mean yes, but this is what I'm trying to say though. I spoke all that big mess, told you all that shit, and then when it come down to doing it, unbeknownst to me, there was a problem I couldn't figure out. So in anybody else's eyes, I look like somebody that could talk the talk but couldn't show the walk. You see what I'm saying? But then, well, I'm not trying to. Yeah, but what I'm trying to point out is had that motherfucker started knocking right then and there, how much more of my knowledge that I have given you would you have taken seriously? Well, where I'm going with this is if you were to, you ever fuck around with Chat GPT? Okay. I am so far past off of this and sidetracked. Ooh, all right. Looks like we're going to Avalon. It is what it is. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that this isn't even out because I don't have anybody currently on it.